Moniz for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you, Mr. Moniz. I would now like to introduce Manalapan High School's principal, Mr. Michael Dillon.
Thank you, Mr. Pataky, and thank you to Mr. Moniz and our Manalapan High School Choir. I want to welcome all of our parents and our future Manalapan Braves here tonight. So great to see everybody here in person. I want to tell you, you are at the start of a very, very exciting journey. I know it's hard, especially for your parents who are here tonight, to think that 4 years is going to fly by. But when I tell you it's going to fly by, you'll see what I mean. We have 4 fun-filled years packed with academic courses, athletics, extracurriculars, different activities for you here at Manalapan High School, and you're going to learn a little bit about that tonight. It's January, so I just want to kind of put everything in context. You're still in 8th grade, so the purpose of tonight is not to make you overwhelmed or anxious. It's just to get you acclimated to the high school and let you know what we have here for you. So please understand, Manalapan High School is a big place, right? We have 1,750 students, but with that many students, we have a lot of support. So one thing that our Braves family lives by is all students, every day, all of our supports. And we have about 200 faculty members that give it their best every single day to do what's right for our students here. And some of them are here today, and I'm going to introduce them to you. So again, it's a big place. It's a large comprehensive high school, but with that comes a lot of opportunities and a lot of different avenues that you, as an 8th grader, future 9th grader, can really take to pursue your academic and your post-secondary goals. And we're going to discuss a little bit about that tonight. Again, it's January. We'll have some more follow-up with you. We'll be communicating with you between now and September. We have a Brave Beginnings kickoff in the summer, which is a great opportunity for you to come back to the school, get acclimated with the building, learn about our programs, kind of learn where your classes are going to be. And then we have a freshman orientation in September that's just a morning for freshmen to come in and again, learn about the building, learn who their teachers are. So again, purpose of tonight, we want to get you familiar with the school, familiar with our course offerings, and most importantly, get you excited about coming here. So welcome. One thing we always lead off with is we are part of the Freehold Regional High School District. So you're actually transitioning districts from, most of you, from the Manalapan Englishtown Regional Schools, which is a K-8 district, to the Freehold Regional High School District. So Manalapan is one of 6 comprehensive high schools. Those of you who may have applied to some of our magnet programs, I wish you the best of luck. However, we'd love to have you here at Manalapan, and maybe you've applied to our science and engineering program or our law enforcement and public safety program, which is great. Either way, it's still great that you're here tonight because we're going to talk to you about courses which you're going to want to understand no matter which high school you end up attending. You can see, I'm not going to read to you our mission, but the most important thing that I want the students and parents to take away from this is The next 4 years, we really have one goal for your child, right? We want them to find what their passions are, develop their passions, and have somewhere to go after those 4 years. So we're talking about post-secondary goals here. It might be a 4-year college, might be a 2-year college, might be military, it might be right to career. No matter what your child's path is, our goal is to help them find that here and end up in a good place after those 4 years. We partner with the Monmouth County vocational schools, so if your child thinks that they're interested in one of the vocational programs, our counselors will help guide them through that process. So there's really limitless opportunities when you're here at Manalapan High School as far as your goals for when you graduate. So I'm going to introduce a few of the people here that will be supporting you on your high school journey. When I call their name, if they could just stand up. So we'll start with Dr. Mary Huff, one of our assistant principals. We have Mr. Joseph Iaculo, assistant principal. Miss Melissa Venuto, assistant principal. And Miss English, who is our SICA, also known as Supervisor of Extracurricular Activities. So in the rest of the world outside of Friel Regional, that's the athletic director, but she does a lot more. Our administrative team. More people to support you on your high school journey tonight. We have a team of academic supervisors, okay? They're really here to help, again, with our counselors, make sure that your child are picking courses that are gonna help them find their passion, help them really do well in those courses, and maybe if they're not doing well, help them find those academic supports so they can meet with success. So I'd like to introduce Ms. Carolee Moorfield, our Supervisor of Special Ed. All right, Ms. Moorfield. She's got that Manalapan spirit. Next, I want to introduce Ms. Jen Gerges, our Supervisor of English, Health, and Physical Education. Ms. Lena Comidis, our Math, Science, and Science and Engineering Supervisor. Ms. Lilly, our Social Studies, World Language, and Law Enforcement and Public Safety Supervisor. Okay, so as you can see, we have a large team of administration, supervisors, and Mr. Padicky will be speaking with you about our counselors as well. I'm going to introduce him too. Mr. Padicky, our Supervisor of Guidance. He'll be speaking with you a little bit. So I could talk to you for hours, but I'm not going to. Kind of 3 main philosophies that I want everyone to understand when you're coming into the high school, right? So first and foremost is safety and security, and that's really twofold, right? First is making sure that this place is a place that your child can come to and feel safe. So what does that mean? One, we have a robust security team here. So we do have a Class 3 officer who's a Manalapan police officer that's with us every day. We have a great relationship with the Manalapan Police Department. They're constantly supporting us, coming here, checking on us, making sure that we have all the support that we need. We also have 3 full-time security guards who are all former law enforcement. So we have a great team of folks here making sure that this is a safe place for students to come and learn. The other side of that is making sure that students feel safe, taking risks, taking challenging classes. So here at Manalapan, we don't care what you did in grades K to 8. Okay, this is a new opportunity for you. And if you did well in middle school and you did well in elementary school, great. We want to keep that ball rolling. But at the end of the day, it's a fresh start for you. So maybe you're going to take a more challenging class when you come here. Maybe you're going to take an honors class for the first time. You really like social studies in 8th grade. We're going to encourage you and support you to take that honors level course. At Manalapan High School in the Friel Regional High School District, there's no test to get into a course, okay? There's no required grade to get into a course. If you have the will to do it and you're gonna work hard, we're gonna support you to do that. So I want you to really expand your mind as far as opportunities and courses that you can take, and Mr. Padicky is gonna talk a little bit more about that, okay? Teaching and learning. right? We have a staff, like I said, of about 200 faculty members here. All of them, we have veterans to brand new teachers to teachers who are here in the middle. They will all go above and beyond to help you. Our teachers are here early in the morning. They will help students at lunch. They'll help students after school, all right? We have an online tutoring program that I hope will be able to continue for students that need support that can access it 24/7. So again, really encouraging students to expand their horizons a little bit, challenge themselves, take risks, because I'll say it, high school matters, right? If there's ever a time to turn it on, it's now. Finally, our house in the Brave way. So at Manalapan High School, we have a lot of pride, and I may be a little bit biased here, certainly as a principal and someone who grew up here, but I can tell you Manalapan High School has some of the best school spirit I've seen, hands down. And all of you who've grown up here, if you've been to one of our football games or athletic events, any of our extracurricular activities, you can see that. And I think you can see that here tonight, certainly with our choir, our band, and the passion that our faculty have for really helping students and making this a great place to be. So when you come to Manalapan High School, right, get involved. And I'm not going to belabor it because other people will, but you could come here from 7:30 to 2:06 and you'll have an okay experience. But if you really want to make the best of the next 4 years, there's a multitude of extracurriculars, athletics, activities, clubs that it's going to make your experience that much more enjoyable and really enrich your resume and your application when you're going off to your post-secondary experiences. So without further ado, I'd like to call up one of our alumnus from the class of 2021, Mr. Luke Rafferty is going to speak to you about his experience.
That should be good. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk to you all about how my own experiences here have prepared me for college and all the support I found here. Firstly, I can say that honors classes my freshman and sophomore years really pushed me to get into AP courses in my junior and senior years. And this doesn't mean you have to only take honors classes in your first 2 years, but a couple for the classes you really enjoy will help you in the field, like whatever you're interested in. And then all these classes helped me in college because the AP credits and mere experience I got from them. For example, with biology, I got out of 3 courses in college that I would have had to have taken if I didn't take the AP test for it. And then challenging myself prepared me for the vast change in how college courses are versus how high school courses are. And then I won't talk about getting involved too much because I know that everyone else is going to talk about that too. But I did cross country and track all 4 years I was here, and it brought me some amazing lifelong friends that pushed me to succeed all 4 years. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made here. And the best friends I made here kept me sane through all the tests, projects, and homework assignments. I found solace in my guidance counselor as well. He helped me plan my classes so my requirements were completed early on my freshman and sophomore years. Then I was able to take electives I truly enjoyed in my junior and senior years, like electronics that I took. Furthermore, the extra help sessions held by your teachers are really able to help you if you're struggling in a certain class. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Lastly, I want to leave you all with some final words. Stay focused. This will most likely be the place you find lifelong friends and your career that you're going to go into. Cherish these years. The friends you make here you can count on for life. And thank you to Mr. Pataky and Principal Dillon for bringing me to speak tonight, and thank you all for listening. Have a great night.
Thank you, Luke. I think some of the most important things, don't be afraid to ask for help, and really make the most of these next 4 years. So Manalapan High School has a great tradition. Our students here go on to do awesome things. They go to prestigious colleges, military, career. We've been recognized as top 100 schools multiple times over the past decade, and we want to continue that tradition here. So again, thank you, students, for all of your hard work, because we don't get these prestigious awards if you haven't been working hard since kindergarten and up. And parents, thank you for all of your support. One thing about the Manalapan community is we have families who care. We have families who go above and beyond to make this place spectacular. So thank you, and we look forward to continuing that tradition here as well. Advanced placement classes, so probably something you've heard about. Just something to put out there. So we have different level courses. We have our traditional level, we have honors level, and we have advanced placement. Right now, we offer 22 advanced placement offerings. So a lot of different opportunities for you to take an AP course, and something that you may want to consider, especially as you get into 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. AP courses, they're standard courses offered by the College Board. When you go off to college, if you're able to earn a 3, 4, or a 5 on the AP exam, you could possibly go into college with a boatload of credits to the point where you won't have to take some beginner level classes in college. More importantly than that is an AP level course will really get you to think critically. The collaboration, the dynamic in the classroom is very focused on that critical thinking and that analytical piece. So Mr. Pataky will talk a little bit more about that, but again, here at Manalapan, there's no required test, there's no required grade. If you have the will, you have the desire, we'll support you. We want you to take those more challenging level courses if you feel up to it. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Pataky, who's going to speak a little bit about our counseling department. You can see some of our counselors who are here. We have a team of 6 different counselors and also a student assistance coordinator. Thanks, Mr. Pataky.
Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Welcome to the Manalapan Braves family. I know September seems like a long time away, but in just a few months, your child will officially be a high school student and a member of the graduating class of 2026. A few parents' faces are in disbelief right now. The transition from middle school to high school can be overwhelming at first for both students and parents. There's a new school, new teachers, new requirements, new rules, new expectations, even new friends. It can be scary. It can also be a great opportunity and a new start. Just as you started MEMS a few years ago, you got used to it, became second nature, and you'll do the same here in September. It takes time. These people up on the screen are the people that can help you get through those difficult days. The role and responsibilities of school counselors have changed over the years, but our number one priority continues to be your child's safety and well-being, as Mr. Dillon mentioned. School counselors act as your child advocate until they are able to act as their own. It's great to again see juniors and seniors in person, and again, thank you for the National Honor Society students here tonight who were once sitting here in the same seats and grow into mature, independent, helpful leaders in the school and community. The school counselors are assigned to the same students all 4 years. That way they can assist your child's academic, social, personal, and career goals and success throughout their high school career. So classes for next year. Tonight we're going to review freshman courses and elective choices, as well as provide insight on how to best choose electives. All incoming freshmen will take the following required courses. English 1, again, honors or, English 1. Geometry, if you're in geometry now, you would be recommended for an algebra 2. World history, either honors or the academic world history. Phys ed and health, throughout all 4 years, your child will be enrolled in phys ed and health, as well as world language. In order to graduate high school, your child needs 1 year of a world language. I'll discuss that a little bit more. We encourage additional years of world languages for college requirements and college preferences. But then the elective, that's the question. What electives do I pick? The goal is to have students choose electives that are fun, educational, interesting, meaningful, and even maybe something a little outside of their comfort zone. Try something new. Any of the elective courses that are selected for a freshman will help fulfill their graduation requirements. When in doubt, select an elective that your child will enjoy. If you're still not sure after tonight, I always suggest selecting an art, music, or drama course freshman year. These courses help fulfill the visual performing art requirement, and then there are higher level electives as an upperclassman your child can take the following year and throughout their high school career. As included in tonight's handout, there are required courses every student must complete in order to earn a high school diploma. Before graduation, all students need to take a financial literacy course. Now, do you take that freshman year or do you hold off on that? One option is if the student wants to take the challenge, as Luke mentioned, an AP level class, students can take an AP microeconomics class, and that counts as financial literacy. So sometimes I would recommend a freshman to hold off on that financial literacy requirement, get the visual and performing art requirement done freshman year. That way, as a sophomore, junior, you can take AP Micro as a requirement. Also, before graduation, a technology education course, family consumer science course, or business course needs to be taken. Now, it doesn't have to be in all one subject area. You can pick and choose, meaning we offer half-year electives for your child to select. So they can pick a half year of a business class and a half family consumer science class, or half technology, half business. And that goes for art classes too, any art, music, or drama course. So you can pick and choose throughout all 4 years, mix and match. And also with the band, band, orchestra, and chorus do count as fine and performing art. This is the one form needed back to document your child's elective choices for next year. Just before winter break in mid-December, an email was sent to the email address we have on file containing the invitation to tonight, as well as the student elective sheet. If you did not receive the email, or you don't have a copy of the student elective sheet, it's available on our guidance webpage under course scheduling, or just see me after the presentation. I'll make sure I get you a copy of this sheet. We need the student elective form to enter your child's elective courses. We always ask for first choice, second choice, third choice, just in case. It helps during the summer when finalizing student course selections. It lists all the available courses for freshmen. You can fill it out, either have your child drop it off to the MEM Student Assistance Center, or even on the bottom, you can scan, email it directly back to the high school if that's easier. And I request that you can just submit that form by next Friday, the 28th, or sometime around then, just because it's a long process to schedule 1,800 students, and we need to start as early as possible. So this way we can have an accurate count of all course requests. So this takes care of how your child selects their electives for next year. Now the question was, how was my child placed in the course? Course placement takes into account many aspects of your child's learning. This year more than ever, student reading levels, academic achievement, teacher recommendations, work ethic, motivation, aptitude, ability, all looked at, reviewed, considered when recommending students into courses. All the courses that are discussed and mentioned tonight, and all courses offered at Manalapan High School, have full course descriptions, curriculum guides, and the required prerequisites available to view on our district website. Our goal, always challenge but not overwhelm the student. We want students to strive for success, but with so much happening at the high school and in their world today, we want students to become a part of the high school and do their best. The great thing about FRHSD is that it's an open access district. As Mr. Dillon mentioned, a student can self-select into any honors level of a course throughout their high school career. They're not set on one track. If they're willing to do the work, if they're willing to take the challenge, they can take honors and AP level courses. The reassuring thing is that any class that is selected as a freshman, be it an academic or an elective course, counts towards graduation. When in doubt, have your child pick an elective that they'll enjoy. In late February, after all course requests are uploaded into our system, you'll receive an email to review and confirm both recommended courses and selected electives for next school year. You currently have a backpack account at MEMS. In high school, you're going to soon have access to a new parent portal account for the high school. If you currently have a child attending one of the Freehold Regional High School District high schools, you already have an active parent portal account. Your incoming freshman's name will soon be added to your current account. If you don't currently have a child attending high school in late February, you'll receive an email to check your child's courses in the parent portal. Sometimes that email will come from do-not-reply@frhsd.com. If you don't receive an email and you hear all your friends are getting emails, just reach out to the guidance department. We'll get you the information. Sometimes it goes to your junk folder or spam folder, but that'll be in late February. You'll get access to view all the recommended courses, all the elective courses that you selected, and review it and confirm that you're okay with those courses. The one thing that we do ask is that once you get access to your parent portal account for the high school, to continue to update that information, so that way we have the most up-to-date contact information for your family. Option 2, the Path C program is a program the district established a few years back to help active students outside of the high school continue their after-school activities while also providing time during the school day for students to study, review, or sometimes just to give them some time to catch their breath and relax. As an upperclassman, there are additional paths that students can qualify for, but for an incoming freshman, Path C would be the one way a student could qualify for the Option 2 program. The outside activity does need to be under the direct supervision of a coach or approved outside organization. Student doesn't qualify for the program with just having a gym membership or going to the gym on a weekly basis or like doing a seasonal activity just part of the year. It has to be throughout the entire school year. Later this spring, you'll get emails regarding that, but we just want to make sure that you're aware of that. If your child is participating in outside activities, the Option 2 program is an option. Most frequently questions I get, what happens if as a parent I disagree with the course your child was recommended for? You'll get the parent portal password, you'll get the login, you'll log in, you'll see what your courses were recommended, what electives your child and you chose. If you're not in agreement or if you have any questions, reach out to the Manalapan High School Guidance Department. You'll be directed to a counselor who will assist and resolve any questions or concerns you have. I always say you know your child better than anyone, and we want to make sure that we're placing them in a challenging yet appropriate level. And again, being a new school, there's different requirements, and you know your child best. We want to place them as best as possible, and we need your input sometimes. Number 2, does my child have a better chance of getting into their first elective choice if I submit their elective form first? If I submit it tonight, will I get into the course I select? No, it's not like waiting online and the first 25 people get their favorite class. Submitting your child's elective course doesn't automatically place your child in the course. It just provides us with the number of student requests for each course, which helps determine what courses will run, how many sections are needed for the following year. So we need the numbers, but it doesn't give any advantage if you submit that elective form tonight, tomorrow, or a week from tonight. And if my child is applying to one of the regional high school magnet programs, do they need a full course schedule? Maybe they won't be attending Manalapan High School, they'll be attending another high school within the district, or maybe they won't be attending any of the schools within the district. We say yes, please submit that elective form anyway. The reason why, family plans can change. We want to ensure that your child will have a full schedule if plans do change later this spring or summer. You're typically notified of the magnet program decisions and if your child was or was not accepted in late February. So Spanish 1 or 2, Italian 1 or 2, what world language do I decide? It's considered an elective after year 1. But again, it's parents' choice of what course to begin. 1 year is required. Most colleges and universities want to see a student take a minimum of 2 years of the same world language. Some MEM students continue to take their world language during the first semester of the school year. So taking a world language during middle school doesn't count towards any high school world language requirement. So if you're going to start that second year of a world language in high school, it can sometimes be overwhelming, stressful for a student who will go 6-7 months without taking any world language from first semester of middle school to September of freshman year. If that student has to work for their grade, world language takes effort and is a challenge, I would recommend selecting the first level of world language, Spanish or Italian. Again, challenge students but not overwhelm them. It's not just that class, it's the entire schedule. So it's a nice balance. World languages comes easy for your child. They enjoy the challenge. They're extremely proficient, or you may even speak the language at home. It becomes an easier decision for that student to select the second level of a world language course. That's Spanish 2 or Italian 2. Then as a sophomore, they would take Spanish 3 or Italian 3. That's 2 years of the same world language. Again, it's all about balance and creating a student's schedule. It's not just one subject area. If the world language isn't selected on that elective form, we go by what was recommended originally. Okay. And the one I get a lot, how do I schedule a school tour? Mr. Dillon said we have a Brave Beginnings Day in late August for all freshmen coming into the school. That's when we walk around the school and have all the activities and events going on. That's late August. It helps students get oriented to the high school. And keep in mind, the first day of school is just for freshmen. It's not upperclassmen. So that first day of school, it's all freshmen walking around the building. As a reminder, you're getting a lot of information tonight. We're going to put the recording of tonight's orientation, the PowerPoint presentation, and any handouts on the MEMS backpack and the Manalapan High School Guidance website within the next day. I'll continue to update the middle school as to when the parent portal will open for you to view your child's recommended courses and chosen electives. Mr. Moniz, are you ready? I'd now like to introduce Mr. Moniz and the Manalapan High School Marching Band. Let's hear it again for Mr. Moniz and the high school marching band. Thank you. Our supervisor of extracurricular activities, Miss Beth English, will now speak regarding other opportunities Manalapan has to offer.
Good evening, guys. I know you have all heard all the opportunities as a student, but there are many opportunities to get involved outside the classroom, and that's really my area of expertise. So my goal is that I know everybody, so everybody's got to find some activity to fill their time, be social, get a group of friends. It's 4 years go by so quickly. Being involved also helps with time management, so try and get involved, try everything. A club, we have multiple clubs, but we also have sports. So let's start with that. So we have 3 seasons of sports here at the high school, and we have all 3 different levels. So we're very lucky that the majority of our programs have a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team. As a freshman, you're trying out for the varsity team. Just because you're a freshman doesn't mean you're only playing freshmen. So it's a competitive level there. So our fall sports are boys and girls cross country, girls tennis, field hockey, football, gymnastics, and girls soccer. So something to be mindful about that's a little different from the middle school because, high school sports, it's a higher level of play. There's a little bit more responsibility there, and there's definitely more commitment needed. So one thing I would like to know, be mindful of due dates. So our physicals, because if any of your due dates are not, or paperwork is not up, you will not be able to start first and foremost. A lot of mistakes made for the first people coming into high school is they're unaware that sports start in August. It doesn't start in September. So our fall sports start the 22nd, with the exception of football. Football will start August 10th. And girls tennis starts the 17th. All other sports will start August 22nd. So if you're planning those vacations, don't do that. Stay away from those dates. It'll be good for everyone. While we're on vacations, in our winter sports with boys and girls bowling, wrestling, basketball, ice hockey, swimming, and winter track, you have tournaments over winter break, you have practices over winter break, and you have games over winter break. Same with our spring. Over our spring break, there's games, there's tournaments, and practices. So just be mindful of that. Because I get multiple phone calls like, oh, I wasn't aware. I'm like, I get it. There. Okay, so it's all good. Any questions about this or coaches, you can reach out on the Manalapan webpage. If you go to sports and activities, they list all of our sports by seasons with the coaches and their emails, but I'm not shy at all, so just call me. I'll call you back. It'll be super fun. Also, in addition to our athletics, we have multiple sports. Activities, but how you can follow us now and just get an idea of the culture here and the idea of our offerings. We have Twitter. You can follow our Manalapan High School Braves, which is actually Mr. Dillon's, and then our Brave Sports Twitter. In addition to that, you can see all of our activities, all our facility use form on the website of shoreconferencenewjersey.org. So you can see all our facility uses, all of our clubs when they meet. In addition to that, we also have a Manalapan High School YouTube, which I suggest subscribing to. As of right now, in the world that we have been living in, we are live streaming our indoor events with sports. So our basketball games, our winter sports such as wrestling is all live streamed on that. In addition, there's a very, very exciting show that is also on there, which we will get to very briefly. That's very exciting. So you should definitely subscribe to that. Again, as I said, clubs and activities, the spectrum of clubs and activities is endless here. We have over 50 clubs and extracurricular activities. And every day someone approaches me with an idea. If there is people and an advisor and there's a want and a desire, we can create a new club. So we're not rigid to what that is, but find out about these clubs. We'll have an activities fair in the beginning of the year next year in the fall. We have Brave Beginnings where you can ask any questions or concerns. But again, check out the Manalapan High School website. Under activities, we list all of our activities and extracurricular activities in addition to their meeting times and their advisors. But again, at any time you have a question, you can always email me or call me up at the high school and I'll answer you back. But it's most important to really get a full experience in high school, and the classroom is extremely important, right? Student athlete before anything, but we want to create well-rounded individuals here, and finding something to get involved with is the most important, and that's mostly what people remember the most, right, Luke? Exactly. So Anita's talked about that. So any questions or concerns, you can reach out, but that website's really going to help you. Now, as I said, in addition, something that you should think about is our National Honor Society. You can start earning volunteer hours right after 8th grade graduation. This is orientation. So after your 8th grade graduation, you can start getting volunteer hours, which is going to help you when you apply as a fall of your junior year. So if you have a GPA of 3.75, you are open to apply in the fall of your junior year. But you will need volunteer hours. As you walked in, there was a flyer about National Honor Society. Okay, so that is what hours count and what doesn't. Helping your neighbor for an hour move their grass clippings is great, and you're a great person, but that does not count as volunteer hours. So just remember that. So you can start earning those after 8th grade graduation, and if you have any questions, you can contact our National Honor Society advisor, Lindsay Ross. That's also on my website. So as I was saying, I'm going to cross this over to our advisor of Bravecast, which is a great thing. It really highlights the whole school community and really gives you an idea of what happens here at Manalapan. So I'm going to introduce the advisor, Mr. Joe Girardi.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joe Girardi. I'm one of the tech ed teachers here at Manalapan High School. And along with one of our other awesome advisors, Mr. Travis Newman, we run a brand new weekly morning show. It's called the Bravecast. So every Friday morning at 7:30, every teacher in the building tunes in to this live show that we put on right in the building. We run a 7-minute show every single Friday, highlighting student achievement, accomplishments, and a whole other bunch of things that are going on within the school, which is super important because, as you're probably going to hear multiple times, get involved, right? It could totally change your high school career, trust me. And the Bravecast is an awesome platform because it indicates to our students what is actually going on in the school, so they know what clubs are doing, what fundraisers are running, and what different things they can try out. Currently, the Bravecast has about 40 students involved. This is our first year running it. It takes 16 to run a show, so they work on a weekly rotating schedule. So they have an opportunity to work all the way from script writers to graphic designers, audio engineers, videographers, and a whole bunch of other things that it takes to run a show every single week. I'm going to play a brief video that kind of shows you some of the behind-the-scenes looks. But if you are interested in doing something like this, on your packet, you'll see B114, the technology education classroom, is open up. It's all the way the other side of the school, across from the gyms. The studio is inside of that classroom, so feel free. I will be in there along with some of our students who actually are in the program, so we can show you around the studio and answer any questions that you may have.
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Welcome to the Bravecast, a student-run morning show that goes live to our school every Friday morning. This program is used to highlight student achievements, accomplishments, and all things Manalapan High School, with a morning show twist. Manalapan's Bravecast provides of our school with a live studio broadcast highlighting and showcasing every aspect of our school community. Students have the option to be involved in different aspects of the show, including producer, scriptwriters, news presenters, anchors, camera operators, audio engineers, graphic designers, and control operations. As a team, these students will work together to produce a weekly morning show. Students also participate as press to grab media coverage of several athletic and academic events after school, which are edited into the weekly live morning show. Bravecast works on a weekly rotating schedule, so if you are interested, please see Mr. Newman in the school store or Mr. Girardi in B114 for more information.
Huge shout out to Mr. Girardi, Mr. Newman, and our Bravecast crew. They're actually recording the event tonight. So if you want to relive anything or you have friends who couldn't make it, it will be up on our website later this week. Thank you, Mr. Girardi. All right. So you've heard a lot from the adults. More importantly, who I want to bring up are some current freshmen who have gone almost halfway through the year at this point to talk to you a little bit about their experience. So these are people who were in your shoes only a year ago. They're going to talk to you about their experience here at Manalapan and give you some advice. So I'd like to call up Miss Molly Saflis. Come on up, Molly.
Hi, my name is Molly Saflis, and just like you, I was an 8th grader at NEMS and about to be a freshman in Manalapan High School. Some of you through this transition may feel anxious and stressed like I did. I was stressed about the difficult classes I had to take. I was also confused about how to sign up for after-school activities and clubs. I was nervous about juggling school assignments with the little time I had. There were steps I took to help ease my anxiety. I attended all school orientations. In addition, my teachers helped me a lot through this transition, as I was able to go to them before and after school with any questions I had. I played soccer and basketball for Manalapan High School, and I am planning on trying out for lacrosse. There are many ways in which I became involved in athletics and activities. Since soccer is in the fall, I attended captain's practices over the summer. This allowed me to get a chance to play with the students that were already on the team and gave me an opportunity to meet the coach prior to tryouts. I also joined the Google Classroom to get notifications and details about the time of tryouts. I recommend for all of you to at least join one club or activity. When I joined soccer, it allowed me to make new friends while teaching me how to manage my time. I had to study a lot this year to be able to do well in my classes. Finding time to study was difficult between school activities and my club soccer team. I decided to opt out of gym and do study hall instead. This allowed me to have a whole extra period to study. Looking back on the last few months, I wish I knew to email my teachers with any questions I had. Also, it could help to reach out to any upperclassmen you know and just talk to them about their experience at Manalapan High School. This can help you get additional knowledge about the high school and help make your transition into 9th grade smooth. I want to wish you an amazing rest of the school year, and I hope to see you in the fall.
Thank you, Molly. And Mr. Jason Rinaldi, come on up.
Hello, my name is Jason Rinaldi. I'm a freshman here at Manalapan High School. I can understand how intimidating a new learning environment can be. I'm here to tell you how great this school really is. From the outside, Manalapan High School can seem overwhelming, but it's a great environment for learning, being social, and having fun in the community. Feeling comfortable in a new school can be challenging. What I found helpful is to get involved with the many extracurricular activities that the school provides. These activities will help you to get involved in sports, social activities, and community. One activity I participate in is basketball. For me, basketball has been a great experience to make new friends and travel to many places as a team to compete. Many of the adjustments that you may need to make include accepting the fact that many teachers aren't going to be as lenient as they were in MEMS, especially if you are deciding to try honors level classes. You may need to work a little harder than you are used to. Understanding this will allow you to flourish and thrive in Manalapan High School. What I would recommend to you is to get involved. I hear from everyone that high school flies by very fast, and getting involved with the many activities in and outside the school will definitely make your year here more enjoyable. Overall, people at Manalapan High School provide an effective and safe learning environment. Until then, enjoy your time in MEMS, and we'll be waiting for you here in high school. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jason and Molly. Great job. So Again, you heard from an alum, you heard from 2 freshmen. I think the themes kind of resonate, right? Challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Make the most of the next 4 years here. So I'm going to have Mr. Pataky come up and do some last minute reminders, and then we'll talk about our open house, which you're welcome to stay for.
Just a few quick reminders. First of all, I'm hearing that there's free water bottles outside here, so if you didn't get your free water bottle right outside here, make sure you grab one. Miss English mentioned National Honor Society, and hours can start accumulating after 8th grade graduation. There is a flyer on the little round table when you exit, flyer in National Honor Society, if that's of interest. And then just make sure you'll get in late February your parent portal username and password and how to view your child's recommended courses and electives for next year. And then just submit that elective sheet, that elective course form, to either the MEMS Student Assistance Center or by sending it directly to the guidance office. If you have any questions, reach out to the high school guidance department, okay? I'll be here afterwards.